Hi everyone, welcome back to Becoming Better. It's been a long time since my last video, and I thought that I would retrace my steps a little bit and come at this whole idea in a slightly different way. Up until now, I've been talking only about becoming better physically, but I'd like to spend this video talking about becoming better mentally. It occurred to me that I was investing a large amount of time in improving my physical body and spending almost no time on my mind. And by that I don't mean I wasn't spending any time reading or thinking or learning, because I consider myself to be a lifelong learner, and these are things that I've devoted myself to ever since I can remember. What I'm talking about more than anything is trying to cultivate the spirit of mindfulness, and that's the topic for today's video. Dan Harris of ABC News and Joseph Goldstein of the Insight Meditation Society have collaborated to produce an iPhone app called 10% Happier, which is positioned as a meditation guide for fidgety skeptics, of which I am surely one. I had been thinking about meditation for a long time, years in fact, as a way out of anxiety and stress and depression. But I hadn't really taken the bull by the horns, as it were, and started down that path in a concerted way until I came upon this app. I don't know how it was that I found it. Perhaps it was through the suggestions page on Apple's App Store. In any case, I downloaded the app and I've been using it regularly for the last 5 or 6 weeks. The guide takes the form of mindfulness meditation, which is to say, by analogy, imagine yourself sitting in a cave behind a waterfall and you're watching as the water is tumbling in front of you. That's how you can think of your own thoughts appearing in front of your mind. You can also think of yourself in a movie theater and watching your thoughts and emotions project themselves upon a screen in front of your eyes. The way to think about mindfulness meditation, in my very naive view as I begin down this path, is to distance yourself just slightly from your thoughts and your emotions and to observe them, as it were, from the outside. This gives you a little bit of space to consider how to respond to your thoughts and your emotions, as opposed to just reacting to them without thinking, as opposed to just getting completely caught up in the emotions as they engulf and wash over you. And this tiny distance between what you're thinking and feeling and between how you respond to thoughts and emotions gives you the opportunity to decide whether or not those thoughts and emotions are skillful or useful for you at that particular moment. So you might just decide to let them go. And just as you could watch water tumbling in front of yourself as you would from a cave behind a waterfall, it's amazing to recognize how quickly thoughts and emotions will disappear unless you allow yourself to get all entangled in them. Thoughts become entire worlds that we construct and inhabit, and it really doesn't have to be that way, especially when we recognize that there are many thoughts and many emotions that we would rather not engage with. And so mindfulness just gives us a way, a practice or a tool, a way of seeing through these thoughts and emotions, which really don't have any concrete connection to ourselves. They just appear as if they think themselves and as if they feel themselves. And by looking at our minds this way and recognizing how our minds work, we can free ourselves from a whole lot of unnecessary suffering. And so with these things in mind, I decided to, in a very conscious and conscientious and determined way, apply myself to meditation as much as I was to running and riding my bike. So for every minute I spend running, I also want to spend a minute in silent meditation. And for those of you who are considering meditation, I would strongly encourage you to have a look at the app 10% Happier. Perhaps you can get out of it as much as I've been getting out of it. Thanks very much for listening to this episode, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. I'm planning in the next couple of episodes to talk about my experiences as a new meditator, and also the connections I see between meditation and running. So thanks very much, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.